Hello, my hospice family. Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Dunshospice. My name is Dawn, and I shall be your hostess. Now, in today's video today, I just want to come up here and just talk about um, healthcare workers who basically do the least. Okay, healthcare workers who do the least at their workplace. Okay, and let me know if one of you have experienced, if anybody here, okay, who's listening to me, have experienced this. Okay, my hospice family. All right, if you as a nurse or caregiver, if you know somebody who works in the medical field and who just does the least. Okay, my hospice family, this occurred not too long ago, and I just want to share. Okay, so part of this platform, this channel, is me talking about some of my life experiences regarding hospice and regarding the medical field in general. Okay, like I said, this is a channel where it's not gonna be like structured, like very serious. I just want us to have an open dialect and open conversation. Okay, all right. So that being said, I was working. Okay, I was working and on the floor, and actually I had just completed my shift, and I had given report to the nurse that was coming on. Okay, so after I gave my report to the nurse that was coming on, all right, after I had worked my full shift, and I stayed back because I had to complete my notes. And for those of you in the medical field, you know that it seems like we spend more time working on our notes than we do with the patients. Okay, who else besides me feel this way? Who else besides me feel that way? It's like we spend more time documenting seriously than by the bedside, like we would rather be. But that being said, so I was done with my shift, okay, and I was about to do my documentation. But guess what? At the nurse's station, okay, sitting on the chair was a CNA, okay, was a CNA. Now, that CNA, I'm telling you, because she came in a bit early, all right? She came in a bit early. She came early. When I say she came early, she came before the person who was releasing me. She came maybe 10 minutes before the person who was releasing me, all right? So basically, say I had to leave at, 3 p.m. She came at 2:50 p.m., all right? So let me tell you something. From the moment she came, from the moment she came to work, she sat down at the nurse's station. Okay? She sat down at the nurse's station in front of the computer, going on Google, just browsing the net. And she did not even go into one patient room. Okay? I mean, trust me, I know this because like I said, I was already on the floor working, and I see her coming in. She says, "Hi." I said, "Hi." And she literally, took off her bag, took off her jacket, and just sat right there on the nurse's station. All right. Didn't even bother to do any rounds, didn't even bother to go to any rooms. There were still call lights going on. She just sat there. Okay. I guess because the CNAs who were working before in the previous shift, they were not gone yet. Okay. Or if they were gone, they had just left. So basically she just started her shift. Her shift just started. She just came on the floor and just sat in front of the computer in the nurse's station. Okay. And like I said, I was about to leave. I had already given reports, okay? And I needed to use the computer to finish my documentation. So even though, I gave report, I passed on my key, I gave the next nurse, the med cart, but I still had to stay to do my documentation. And so I asked her, I said, let's just call her Sue. I said, Sue, I need to use the computer. I need to finish my documentation so that I can go home. And then she turned and go, well, my documentation is just as important as yours. Like, she was just with the biggest attitude. She's like, well, my documentation is just as good as yours. It's just as important as yours. And I'm like, what? What? And I'm just like, Sue, what documentation are you working on exactly? You came in, you haven't done any rounds. The first thing you did was sit down behind the nurse's station. You don't even know, do you even know if the patient you're documenting on, do you even know if they're alive or dead? Because you haven't laid eyes on anyone. There's call lights going on and you're just behind a computer documenting what? You haven't laid eyes on anybody. Who are you? What are you documenting? Have you fed somebody? Have you taken anybody to the bathroom? You haven't even laid eyes on nobody. You have not gone to anybody's room. So please help me to understand what exactly are you documenting on. Literally 20 minutes, since you've been here and you haven't gone anywhere but behind the nurse's station. Help me to understand that as a CNA. And then here I am. I've already worked my 8 hours. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm trying to get home. And I need the computer to finish my documentation so that I can get home. And you are giving me an attitude saying that, oh, your documentation is just as important as a nurse's documentation. Like, what is going on here? Tell me, help me to understand. Help me to understand. Talk to me, my Dunshospice. Talk to me, my healthcare professionals. Talk to me, my hospice family, my nurses, my great CNAs out there, my social workers, anybody, okay, who works in the hospitals. Okay, talk to me, or even a nursing home. Talk to me. Do you work with coworkers who just basically come in? They do the absolute minimum, and it's like everybody else is picking up the slack. So I just had to ask her, because it's like everybody complains about her. It's like she's always behind the nurse's station. Like, why? Why are you always behind the nurse's station for? Like, you are not a nurse. Yes, I have to say it. You're not a nurse. And there's call lights going on. And us nurses, it's hard for us to do our jobs because you're constantly interrupting us. Trying to tell a story, trying to do, go online. And now I'm trying to work to do my documentations and I need to use this computer, and you lying about doing work and you're telling me basically, you are too busy. You cannot get up. And get this, my hospice family. The CNAs, okay, the CNAs, the aides, they have their own computers. They have their own tablets that's usually posted up against the wall. Okay, it's up against the wall for them to document on stuff. All right. The computers behind the nurses' station are there for the nurses. They have their documentation. They have their own stations where they need to document. So, yeah, that's what I had to share, my hospice family. Have any of you guys worked with coworkers who come into work and do the absolute least? And if so, how do you deal with him or her? What do you do? Tell me a story. I want to hear a story of somebody, okay, who has worked in the past or is currently working with a coworker who's just basically there for a paycheck. Yeah, She's just there for a paycheck. Literally, if she could just, step in the building, clock in, okay, and 5 minutes later, clock out, and still get paid for a full shift, yeah, she would do it. She would do it. Or if she could just come in, clock in, go sit in the dining room, go sit in the main room, or someplace, and just lay down and be on her phone all day, all 8-hour shifts, or even sleep in a room that's vacant, she would do it. And that's it. All right, my Hospice family, I pray this video finds you well. Talk to me. Come back for the next video. Subscribe, follow, subscribe. Come back for the next video, okay, where I'm going to talk about specifically in the next video about hospice, okay? But this is kind of hospice too, because this is medical, right? We're all in the medical. This is the medical, we're all in the medical field here, okay? Or caregivers, or have known somebody in the medical field. All right. As always, I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. See you in the next video. Take care.